Every day I come up with like 15 new reasons for like why I don't need a YouTube channel. So I'm a dumbass and I was recording and I did not charge my camera and it turned off. And I was still talking. So half of the video was not recorded. So we're just gonna start over. Please like and subscribe. My name's Imani, this is my channel. I'm a dumbass. I was surfing the YouTubes and I saw a very popular video for studs and masculine presenting women. And well, today is Sunday, so I identify as a stud slash masculine presenting woman. And so the video is like questions femmes are afraid to ask studs. I don't know why y'all are afraid to ask these questions, so that's what we're gonna do today. So I hopped my ass on Instagram and I asked people if they had any questions for me, because I'm a little bitty lesbian. And everybody was asking questions, which is awesome. So even though the title says that these are questions that femmes would ask a stud, these are questions that everyone would ask. Or that anyone could ask. Whatever. Question number 1, do studs use tampons or pads? Well, y'all know what I use. But did you want a bag for this big ass box of pads, the heavy flow ones? By Kotex, the heavy flow pads. Did you want a bag? I think anyone that has a menstrual cycle can use whatever they want. Please note that women are not the only people that use sanitary products, and anyone can use anything. Yeah, next question. Do studs like head? Do studs like the head of what? All right. Where do you shop at? Everywhere. A lot of masculine presenting women wear men's clothing. However, I don't really like men's clothing because it just isn't really made to complement my body. It's really boxy. It just doesn't fit right. So I wear women's clothing. My favorite stores are Old Navy. I like H&M, Zara. I love Zara. I can't afford Express, but if they're ever having like a major blowout sale where everything's like damn near free, I'll be there. What made you decide to be a stud instead of a femme? I just never really liked wearing dresses. I never liked having long hair. I never really liked clothing that emphasized like certain parts of my body. And then one day I just decided to cut my hair off, and I didn't even identify as a stud at the time, but having short hair with how I was dressing just fit all the criteria. It's crazy because I told myself I'd never do no shit like this. Now look at me. Still poor. Why are studs so territorial? I don't know, I think that's a generalization, but I do think that if you are dating someone that's territorial, I think they might be insecure about something. Y'all should unpack that. How hard was it to learn how to lace strap? Still learning. What is in those backpacks? Books and a computer. Probably some colored pencils, because I likes to draw. Why are some studs intimidated by other studs? So again, I think that people's reactions to situations, to other people, etc., I think those are a reflection of them, not a reflection of the people they're reacting to. So I think that if someone is intimidated by other masculine presenting women or studs, I think they're insecure. And I think that they should figure out why they feel some type of way, you know, because girl, who cares? Why are the friendships always competitive? Well, I do think that all relationships I do think that it's healthy to have a nice little mix of competitiveness. Like, how else are we gonna play sports and video games? But I do think that if it's like someone consistently comparing themselves to another person, or, you know, basing their merit on how well they do something in comparison to their friend or their counterpart, I do think that there's like a level of toxicity and again, insecurity that's associated with that. Y'all need to unpack your baggage, okay? Therapy. And if not therapy, then girl, just let it go. You are all great. You all got it going on. Do you show toxic masculinity behavior? No. Yeah. I don't really look at myself as like hyper masculine, or I really don't look at myself as masculine. I think I'm masculine presenting, so I think I look masculine, but I don't really think I am. So yeah, no. Do you deepen your voice? Sometimes if I'm on the phone, you know what I'm saying, with shorty or whatever, you know, my voice is already a little raspy, you feel me? And then, you know, I gotta hit her with the octaves. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes if like I'm already a little groggy, I might talk a little slower, compress my voice a little bit, just, you know, girls like that. They like that, I think. Please explain how not all studs want to be males. Not all studs want to be males. Stop being assholes. Have you ever felt like your masculinity was a barrier? So again, masculine presenting. I think, yeah. I think that it can negatively impact like a lot of relationships, a lot of professional opportunities. I know that I don't look like a traditional woman, and so sometimes I always find myself in compromising situations where I have to prove that like my beauty and my femininity and my womanhood is equally as valid and as powerful and as, you know, beautiful as everyone else's. Like, I mean, just between me and y'all, I'm confident that I've lost out on opportunities and competitions and campaigns, all types of things that I would have won had I not been masculine presenting. But I think that's just what happens when you fight for what you believe in and when you don't look like the archaic standard for like success or for beauty or what have you. So yeah, it's been the biggest barrier when it comes to sustaining relationships with family. And I think my family would embrace me a lot more if I was feminine presenting. That has been an issue throughout my whole life. What is a stud and how did you realize you identify, if you do, as one? I think a stud, it's just like an umbrella term for like a woman that does not have hyper feminine features. I think a lot of people get thrown in the bucket for stud, but to me it's just a masculine presenting woman. Again, emphasis on the presenting. So we look like little boys. How did I realize it? I don't know. I think, again, like I said earlier, when I cut off my hair, it kind of just came with the haircut because I was already tomboyish, if you will. Yeah, that's it. I love me. I love me enough for the both of us. Do you feel like you have to be more masculine in certain situations? No. Tips on how to have better strap game. I think that if you want to perform better in bed in general, I think that you should listen to your partner, as well as be open and transparent about your experience. You should set boundaries, safe words, know what consent means. I always talk to my partners about sex. I think just open communication. Other than that, there's nothing I can do, literally. Just talk to your partners, see what they like. Yeah. Are you versatile when it comes to sex, i.e. top or bottom? Would you ever date another stud? This is a great question. I actually want to make a YouTube video about this, but yes, I would love to date another masculine presenting woman. I feel like we would have so much to talk about, and like, dog, let me borrow that top. Do studs ever consider dating guys again? So please note that like someone's gender expression, so like if they're a masculine presenting woman, I don't think it necessarily means that they're gay. So just keep that in mind. Someone's presentation, someone's gender identity does not equal their sexual orientation. So I'm sure there are studs in the world that do date men. And I don't think it's good to imply that a stud dated a man before, you know? So I think that everyone, you know, can define their sexual orientation. And I also believe that sexuality is fluid. So even if you dated someone that identified as this gender before, I definitely think that you could date someone that, how do I say this? I think your sexual orientation can change. So in the short, yes, but don't assume people's sexual orientations based on how they dress. That's dumb. Why do studs automatically hate or act extra masculine when they see another stud? Because they are insecure. You're insecure. Don't know what for. No, yeah, y'all are insecure, like flat out. Seeing other studs around, like, girl, who cares? That's somebody you should dap up. You should be excited to see somebody that looks like you, because I'm gonna tell y'all like this, in healthcare, in grad school, at the University of Michigan, I don't see enough people that look like me or people that have similar stories to mine, and it has been an extremely isolating experience. I think y'all should embrace one another and form not necessarily an alliance, but just like a commonality, a common understanding, you know? Because why are y'all over here hating on each other? It's so weird. There are plenty Ralph Lauren shirts for all of us. So it looks like we got through all the questions that I felt comfortable answering. If any questions arise and y'all want to, you know, ask them later, feel free to put them in the comments. You can message me on Instagram. I might do a part 2 in a couple weeks. Yeah, so subscribe to this dumbass channel. I'll have a video for y'all eventually. And yeah, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, subscribe to my channel, girl. Bye.